Hey, what is going on, everyone? In today's video, I want to show you the new scenario sign up system that was recently introduced in the latest Once Human update. This new sign up system has some better advanced registration features, as well as the ability to choose a faction for Prison versus Clash beforehand, and also the highly anticipated team sign up feature. Now, Starry Studio did release this handy graphic here, although it is a little intimidating. I'll explain this graphic and then we'll actually go into the game so I can show you how this sign up system works. So first off, of course, you're going to select your scenario, and on the top leg right here, you have advanced registration where you have guaranteed entry and no need to compete for spots. And then you move into the registration period. So whether you're a solo player or you are squatted up with a team, it applies for both during this registration period. After the registration period is over, there will be a lock-in period. This lock-in period is 24 hours before the server actually opens. And then, of course, you have your server launch, and then you can join your server. Now, it's also important to note that you can still join full servers using the special invitation codes. So when those servers are full, if you know someone in that server, they can share a special invitation code with you. We actually have a section in our Discord channel where people can share those codes and request those codes. So feel free to join our Discord community in the description down below. Now, it's important to note for that as well is that the special invitation codes do have a limit. So once a certain amount of people use those codes on a full server, you can no longer use them. So if there is a full server you're trying to join, make sure you try to use one of those special invitation codes as soon as you can. And then on this second leg here, this is really more what we are used to. These are for servers that are already opened. So you can join directly in that server if the spots are available, and then you can just go ahead and join that server. Now, on the bottom section here, it works a little bit differently for Prison versus Clash because of the faction system. So you still have advanced registration. However, you will then choose your faction, or if factions are a little unbalanced, you can actually have the game choose your faction for you, and it will go ahead and put you on the faction that has the least amount of people, and it gives you a little bit of extra rewards for doing that. And then you have the registration period as you normally do for the other servers, then the lock-in period, and then the server launch. Now, it's important to note for this as well that the registration period, if there are an insufficient amount of players, so that's either total players or if there's a real imbalance with the different factions, the server launch will actually get delayed, and then the server will launch after that. So it will only get delayed once, but basically it's trying to buy more time so more people can register, and then the factions can be a little bit more balanced before that server actually launches. Now, this is part of their announcement here as well, so I'll link this in the description down below if you do want to take a deeper dive. But right now, let's hop over to the game and I can show you exactly how this works. So I am in the Way of Winter settlement phase here, so I can go ahead and sign up for a new scenario if I would like to. So I'm going to just click on sign up right here, and we have all these different scenarios we can choose from. So I'm going to show you how it works for the Way of Winter, and it's going to work a similar way for Evolution's Call and Manibus, so I'm not going to go into those. And then we will also go into Prison versus Clash, so I can show you how that faction system and that sign up works. That's a little bit different than the other ones. So let's click into the Way of Winter here. Now, if any of these servers say on, it means that those servers are open and you're able to join them. However, if the servers are full, you will see that there is a button here that says special invitation code. That's where you're going to need to get an invitation code from someone that's already in that server, and then you can use it and join the full server. But let's go ahead and click on this top one here because this server is not opened yet. This will open on November 28th. And as you can see, the sign up period for this is 3 days long. So it's from the 24th to the 27th. And then after the 27th, it enters that lock-in period for 24 hours. And then on the 28th, it will actually go ahead and open. So if I click on sign up for new season here, you can see we have a few different options. We have the personal sign up on the left side. This is what we're used to. This is if you're a solo player, you can go ahead and click on this and it will just tell you that you successfully signed up for that next scenario. Then you can go ahead and unregister if you would like to. So I'm going to go ahead and do that so I can show you the other options. Then if I click on sign up for a new season, you can see these new options here for create team as well as join team. So I'm going to click on create team first so you can see how that works. It's just confirming that I will create a new squad as the leader. And then it will open up this menu on the right side. It shows you the server that you're planning to join. You can then invite people directly from your friends list, which is great. And then you also get this squad ID code. So this is what players would use if you click that join team option. They would have to enter your squad ID code. Now, if you only want to have it so that you invite people from your friends list and no one can accidentally get your squad code here, you can choose that squad cannot be searched. So that means if people put in your squad ID code, they won't be able to actually find your squad. Now, it also does say 1 out of 200 squad members. So I guess you can technically invite 199 other people if you have that many people to invite. But just as an FYI, it seems you can invite a good amount of people here. Now, you also have the tab in the top right where you can get received applications. So once someone wants to join your squad, you'll see their application pops up here, and you can either accept it or deny it. And then if you go back into Hive details, of course, you can go ahead and quit the Hive here. Now, I don't know why it really says Hive because I think it means squad. So hopefully they update that because that terminology just seems a little bit odd for me. And then if we go back to sign up for a new season, let's click on Join Team. And then you can see that this is where you can enter that squad ID in order to submit an application to join that squad. Now you'll also notice in the top right, there's a new squad button up here. So if I click on this, even though I'm not in a squad currently, if I click on Hive details, I can do a squad search. So that is the same thing that I just showed you, where you can enter the squad ID, or I can click on create squad. And then I'm going to go ahead and create another squad here. And you can see I have not yet signed up for any server or scenario. So what's great about this squad system is that the people that have joined your squad, you can go ahead and switch servers and you don't need to recreate the squad. So for example, if I sign up for this server right here, you can see now if I go into my squad tab, this is the server that I've registered for. However, if I unregister for this one and I go ahead and choose this one, you can see that it's just gone ahead and switched that server there. So you don't need to make a squad if you decide to end up switching your server, or if you decide to end up switching your scenario, you can just go ahead and keep that same squad, and wherever the leader of that squad goes is where the other squad members will also go. Also, just as a tip, if you ever need a reminder of how this works, obviously you can just watch this video again if you would like to, or in the bottom right, there is a rules section where you can hit T and it will explain how this kind of works in a little bit more detail. Now let's head over to Prison versus Clash so I can show you the little differences with this one. So this server is going to open on the 29th, and you can see the sign up period for this one is a week long instead of 3 days, and it ends on the 28th, the sign up period, and then that's when it locks in, and then the server will open on the 29th as long as there's no weird imbalances. Now you can see the squad ID is still here. So if I click on squad, I can use that same squad that maybe I set up for the Way of Winter. I can then decide, let's go ahead and do Prison versus Clash instead. And then all the people that are part of my squad can join that server as well. So if I click on sign up for a new season, it's going to give you this random faction option here first. So if you do end up selecting this one, you can click on confirm, and it's going to tell you that you're going to be randomly assigned to a faction with fewer members. And to thank you for that, you're going to receive extra supplies in your mail, and then you will also get 100 Mitsuko's mark. Now, if you don't want to do a random faction, maybe you do want to select a specific faction, you can see there's a faction selection option in the bottom right. This is where you can just go ahead and select a specific faction. Now, I don't know why this one says featured. I imagine it might say featured here for Rosetta because maybe there's more people that are in Mayflies, so they're trying to entice you to join Rosetta by saying it's featured, but I'm not too sure on that one. And if you want to go back into the random faction, you can just hit X, and then you can go ahead and choose a random faction if you would like to. So there you have it, folks. That is the new scenario sign-up system that was recently introduced in the latest Once Human update. Let me know, what do you think about this in the comments down below? I think that the team sign-up feature is honestly probably the thing that most people have been looking forward to. I'm really happy it's there. It's been requested in our Discord quite a bit, and it's been very hard to kind of coordinate with the community to join a single server. So I'm really happy they added this because it's just going to make it a lot easier in the future. But let me know, what do you think about it in the comments comments down below, especially if you're a PvP player. I don't really play PvP, so let me know, what do you think about choosing your faction ahead of time, the random faction option? Let me know if you're a PvP player. Put that in the comments down below. I'd love to see your opinions. And of course, if you did enjoy today's video, be sure to like and subscribe. And I apologize for the lack of content lately. There's been a lot of things going on behind the scenes with Once Human content creators, as you guys might have noticed in one of my announcements in my Discord, and also just some personal stuff going on. We got a new puppy, and I'm just exhausted from the new puppy and all that sort of stuff. So hopefully, you know, there will be a lot more Once Human content coming on my channel. So I hope you're looking forward to that. And feel free to check out my Twitch as well. I've been streaming over there as much as I can, twitch.tv/MattyGorm. That's linked down in the description. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, folks, and I hope to catch you in the next video.